To most respectfully thank the President Federal Republic of Nigeria and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for appointing me the Chief of Defense Staff. The appointment is a clear manifestation of the confidence reposed in me to direct the affairs of the Armed Forces of Nigeria to fulfill its constitutional roles in order to address evolving security dynamics across the country. I am Major General Christopher Agwabi Musa, OFR. I was born on 25th December 1967. I'm a Christmas baby. In Sokoto State, but I hail from Zango Katam local government area of Kaduna. On 21st September 1991, in the rank of Second Lieutenant, with seniority in the same rank effective 21st September 1986. I'm of the Infantry Corps and I've attended several courses including the Young Officers Course Infantry, Junior Staff Course, Senior Course, Defense and Strategic Course at Champion in China, and the Combined Joint Land Company Commanders Task Force Course, Army War College, USA, amongst others. I have a Bachelor of Science degree in Chemistry from the Nigerian Defense Academy, a Diploma in Defense and Strategic Studies, an Advanced Diploma in Security Management and a Masters in Military Science from the National Defense University and UNILAG. I am a member of the Nigerian Institute of Management and Fellow of Disaster Management and Safety. I've earned my promotion as when due. I thank God Almighty for that. I was promoted to the enviable rank of Major General on 21st September 2018. In due course of my illustrious career so far, I have held several command, staff, and instructional appointments, which include Platoon Commander, Adjutant, Intelligence Officer, Admin Officer, Company 2IC, Battalion Second Command, Commanding Officer at battalion level as well as Staff Officer. I was Deputy Chief of Staff and Chief of Staff at formation level. I was also an instructor infantry rep at Headquarters Nigerian Army Armor School in Bauchi. I was also one-time Assistant Director and Director at Army Headquarters. I pioneer Executive Director of Nigerian Army Farms and Ranches, Commandant Depot Nigerian Army, Commander Sector 3 Operation Lafia Dole, Senior Resource Fellow at Nigerian Army Resource Center, and Theater Commander at Operation Hadinkai Joint Task Force in Maiduguri, among others. I was the Commander Infantry Corps at Headquarters Infantry Corps Center before my appointment as the Chief of Defense Staff. In recognition of my meritorious service, absolute dedication to the nation, I was bestowed with several honors and medals. These include Officer of the Order of the Federal Republic just recently, the Chief of Army Staff Commendation Award, Grand Army Star, Fellow National Defense College, China, Field Command Medal of Honor, Corps Medal of Honor, United Nations Mission in Sierra Leone, Multinational Joint Task Force Medal, and General Operations Medal, among other medals and awards. I am also a recipient of the prestigious Nigerian Army Medal, which is the highest award given to a Nigerian Army officer who has exhibited exemplary dedication to the service of the nation. Sir, for details of my career progression, kindly refer to my curriculum vitae, which has been handed over. I am married and blessed with 4 children. My hobbies include reading, traveling, playing basketball, listening to music, and most importantly, service to humanity. My leadership concept. The realization of the critical responsibility of the Chief of Defense elicits a clear leadership concept which will serve as the roadmap supporting the implementation of relevant guiding principles for the Armed Forces of Nigeria. The significance of this roadmap is to foster a highly disciplined, cohesive, and inspired Armed Forces of Nigeria ready to achieve its constitutional roles, facilitate national security, and enhance sustainable socio-economic development in the country. In this regard, the broad outline of my leadership concept shall be to nurture a professional Armed Forces of Nigeria that is people-centric, capable of meeting its constitutional responsibility in a joint and collaborative environment. We are aware that the challenges we are facing cannot be handled by one person or one service. It's a joint effort. Accordingly, my leadership concept will be hinged on 3 pillars, which include being people-centric. The people must believe that we're there for them. Prioritizing troops' welfare, which is critical because a happy soldier or a happy airman or a happy seaman will give you the best, while deepening jointness and interagency cooperation. We're all Nigerians, and everybody has a role to play, including the citizenry. People-centric. I recognize the significance of leading thousands of devoted and distinguished servicemen and women to provide a secure and peaceful environment for the Nigerian people to freely engage in their legitimate enterprise in line with the constitutional mandates of the Armed Forces of Nigeria. In this regard, the Armed Forces under my leadership will be people-centric by prioritizing and safeguarding our people and their legitimate way of life as prescribed by the Nigerian Constitution. Accordingly, the Armed Forces of Nigeria will apply the lens of people-centricity to key components of activities to truly put the Nigerian people in the center of its actions, geared towards promoting and safeguarding a secure environment for all. To achieve this, the Armed Forces of Nigeria will defend our territorial integrity and democracy, as well as safeguard internal security and unity to achieve the stability required to guarantee sustainable national development. What about prioritizing troops' welfare? Troops' welfare and sound administration will provide the required atmosphere for the Armed Forces to deliver on its constitutional responsibility. Thus, the Armed Forces will continue to seek ways and means to improve the welfare of the personnel under my watch. In this regard, servicemen and women of the Armed Forces should be reassured of my commitment to their welfare, provision of relevant operational equipment, as well as infrastructural development within available resources to enable them to succeed in assigned constitutional roles. The goal will be to promote targeted and specific capacity building, sound administration, and efficient resource management, among others, to enhance both individual and collective welfare of the Armed Forces of Nigeria personnel. I shall also promote international military cooperation, collaboration to further expose and provide capacity building to personnel in joint and combined operations outside the shores of Nigeria. This measure is required to consolidate on the Armed Forces of Nigeria welfare priorities in order to effectively deploy, fight, and win our nation's wars by providing ready, prompt, and sustained land, sea, and air dominance by the Armed Forces across traditional as well as asymmetric conflict setting as part of a joint force. Deepening jointness. Joint operation, which is designed to exploit unity of efforts to seize, retain, and maintain the initiative in order to achieve a clearly defined military objective, is crucial to the realization of the Armed Forces of Nigeria constitutional duties. I shall therefore deepen jointness and prioritize decision-making through a shared process of active contribution and consultation across a wide spectrum of our security architecture. This is geared towards ensuring that the Armed Forces is capable of promoting, identifying, and addressing emerging operational challenges with appropriate methods and capabilities in a timely and efficient manner. In this regard, I shall promote trust, initiative, judgment, and creativity among the various services and maintain a channel for proactive engagement in all our interactions. With regard to other security forces, I shall build bridges by revitalizing communication channels while deepening synergy in planning and execution of operation within a well-coordinated, joint, and multi-agency environment. The contemporary of security challenges within the Armed Forces and other security services are currently confronting calls for a more concise approach towards mitigating the issues. In view of this, I am committed to ensuring a conducive and secure environment for the protection of lives and properties for socio-economic activities to thrive. To ensure this, the Armed Forces under my leadership is poised to fulfilling its constitutional roles in order to defend Nigeria's sovereignty against internal and external aggression. I present myself as a candidate for the Chief of Defense Staff. Thank you very much, sir.